What is going on, fellas? And welcome back to the Journeyman with me, FoggyPlays on FM22. Today we're taking on Sparta Prague and Varnsdorf in the league. It is the end of December, so we'll be getting our youth intake preview at some point this month as well. So, could potentially get some good players for March? I want to say March. That's when youth intake comes in. Yeah, I feel like it's March. But if you do want to enjoy the episode, do of course make sure to leave a like and subscribe. Form has been iffy, so it'd be nice if we could get something from this episode. So let's get into the video. So fellas, as you can see, since we were here last in the victory over Slavia Prague and the draw with Jablanek, we went on to beat Karvina 3-1, drew with Opava, which was disappointing. It's been a couple of days since I played, so you'll have to allow me a little bit of time to remember what's going on. We lost to Bohemians. That was a terrible game. Then we had a friendly against Brno because we had 2 weeks in between the games. We went and lost to Victoria Pulzen. We were smashing it in the first half, which was delightful. Unfortunately, Conatar got himself sent off for a bit of a stupid tackle, just at the halfway line. Just hacked a fella down. Krell also picked up an injury, so he's been out for a little while. Then we played against Tbilisi, which was fine. The Sparta Prague Cup game was meant to be between these two. So originally that's when we were going to come back. It was going to be Sparta Prague and Victoria Pulzen. But then when the Sparta Prague game got moved, because there was a whole bunch of internationals. I think we had like 10 players on international duty. Sparta Prague had like their entire squad. So they moved it, but we did manage to play quite well against them, and we beat them. So I was happy, and now we play them again, but this time in the league, 4 days later. And then, as I said, Varnsdorf in 5 days' time. League-wise, we're still sitting second, but unlike last season, we're actually behind, like 4 points behind Slavia Prague. So a victory today for us against Sparta would put a bit of breathing room between us and Sparta Prague. So hopefully we can do that. We're going to be playing Sigma Olomouc in the quarterfinals. So that'll be an interesting game for us. We're the only team playing today. So we won't have any other results to be looking at in this episode. Actually, I haven't picked my team. So, okay, so we're starting with Holic. I guess we have to start with Conatar at right back because Muller is injured. Yaralim's going to play. Panak, you're not fully fit. 45 minutes. Oh, he's still not fully fit from his injury. That's not ideal. So we'll just make sure we take him off at some point. Zach is going to play in central midfield alongside Serrano. Actually, Serrano can be the advanced playmaker. Drazic, who hasn't played a huge amount of football this year, he can be a shadow striker because he's actually pretty decent at it. Sipik on the right. Memberberry, and guess we have to play Chaldek up front. He's not been in exceptional form recently. We do have a couple of injuries. Rosales is out for 12 days with a virus. Krell is out for another 3 weeks. Before is still not fully fit. Muller, fitness test not required, but we don't really want to risk him because he's quite an important player. And we are going to put Charlie Barnes on the bench. Tischler. Yeah, Tischler's going to be our central midfielder. Mokoko. And we're going to put Strajnar on the bench because Strajnar has been fairly good for the B team or the under 19s. It's one of the other teams. They've been pretty good. And as you can see, Sparta Prague have made quite a number of changes for this game. After the cup match, they've made a number of changes. As we've not made too many, but I'm playing the strongest side I can as often as I can. We did not play this 11, but hopefully we have the added benefit of having the players played together more recently. We didn't take a game off. I would, however, take a draw from this game. But ideally we win, because I do like winning. And Sparta have a 25 goal difference. We've not been as effective in front of goal this year. Not having Chowdhury is affecting me the team a lot more than I expected. The fact that Rosales now has 6 for finishing makes it so that it's quite difficult for him to be a lone striker. I don't really. Oh, Chaldek! Chaldek. We know from previous experience, Chaldek can be very good when he decides to be. Memberberry has also decided that he's no longer angry with life in general, I guess. He's not complaining about the fact that he can't join whichever German club came in for him. So that's good. I'm happy with that. And there was something else he was annoyed about. Not 100. I can't remember what it was, but I know he's not annoyed about anything anymore. I'm not sure what's after happening. We have a goal disallowed. Chaldek pushed one of the Sparta Prague defenders, and Sipek put the ball in the back of the net. That's what it was. So we have a 0.99 XG, but we're going to go in at halftime 1-0 because free kicks can be accepted. Oh no, Yarilem boots it clear. We come away for halftime 1-0 ahead. So I can tell lads we are capable of even better. I do have faith in all of you lads. I have faith in every one of you. We're gonna let Panak run around for just a little while longer. He's not been terrible, so we're just gonna leave him. He'll be fine. He'll be fine. I'm not worried. He'll be fine. It's fine. So we're going to start the second half, and I'm just going to keep an eye on Panak. Because I don't want to break him, but I also don't really want to bring on any other centre back we have at the club. Because they're not very good. It's not that they're not very good, they're just not as good. Which is scary because 2 of our centre backs, both 31, and they're not going to be around forever. Oh, beautiful little bit of interplay. Oh, that is spectacular. Beautiful little one-touch football. Little tiki-taka, when you're playing a little bit of tiki-taka. Memberberry put it on for Serrano. Serrano put it forward for Memberberry. Memberberry, cross goal, Chaldek with the easiest of tap-ins. Going to give the lads just a small bit of praise. Well done, lads. You're doing well. You deserve a bit of praise. We are going to wait until the 65th minute, and then we're going to make just a smidgen few changes. All right, actually, we've missed the 65th minute. So that's not great. Panak, you can come off for. We're going to bring on Kuban. I'm going to put you as a central defender because you can't pass the ball. And both my wingers are tired, but they're both playing well. Both my central midfielders are playing poorly, so we're going to take Serrano off. Yeah. And we're going to leave our final substitution for now. Just in case something happens. We're probably going to pick up an injury at some point. So it'd be nice to have somebody there just to, just to... Oh, the Karabek played against us in the cup game. He has come on open. That doesn't lead to him turning it on and becoming an absolute worldly player, which is what he does tend to do against us. We probably do need to take off one of the wingers because they're both exceptionally tired. My plan was to take Yarilem off, but we're going to take off Memberberry instead and bring on Mokoko, who, like I said, I think long term, if Memberberry does decide to leave, Mokoko is probably the guy who's going to replace him in the team, and I'm not against that. I think Mokoko has potential, just needs to find said potential. Oh, Mokoko tries to run down the defender, tries to run down the goalkeeper. He's just kind of running around. He's got lots of energy. He's like, I'm just on the pitch. We're going to concede here, though. Yep. Pavelka. That was Very well played by Sparta Prague. Well done. Don't want to watch it again because that was quite upsetting. Hopefully, I'm not going to change anything, but hopefully we can just see it through. My central midfield have been absolutely terrible today, but we have managed to win the game. We conceded one. That's fine. Well done, lads. It was a good victory for us, I guess. I should have probably taken Zach off instead of Serrano, because Zach wasn't doing a huge amount. Serrano was at least getting involved. So I'm just going to send the assistant. We are 1 point behind Slavia Prague. They do have a game in hand, but we have a 4-point gap to Sparta Prague now. So that is fantastic. So we're going to be back in just a second for the game against Varnsdorf. Hopefully, this one's going to be just multiple goals. So we will be back in just a second for that. Right, players. So it is time for us to take on Varnsdorf, who most recently played Slavia Prague, and of course they lost. So a win for us puts us back to within a point of Slavia Prague, who I have no idea who they're playing in the next game. But we're just going to go into this one. We have had to make some changes because some of our players are quite tired or still injured or suspended. Yarolim is suspended for this game. Before, don't think is fit to play. Yeah, okay, he could. I'm not going to put him in, but he could. Kral still not able, and Sipek is absolutely dead from the last game. So changes for this one. Muller comes in at right back, Barnes at left back. Tischler comes in to play in central midfield because Zach wasn't great in the last one. Memberberry moves over to the right. Makoko is going to play on the left, and we are going into this one with 4 changes from a game where we played quite well until he made changes, because obviously making tactical changes when you're winning, not a great idea, but we did need to take some of our players off. We were only 7th in the form table. That's not good enough, lads. We're 2nd in the league. We really do need to be picking up where we were last year, before we got to the part where we decided to shit the bed. 4 defeats in their last 5 with 1 draw. It should be a game that we do quite well in. So we're going to go attacking from the beginning. This is Muller's first game back for a little. I'm already checking my watch. I'm like, oh lads, like, you know, come on, you're playing so much extra. Makoko with a wild effort, but still, wild is better than no effort, I guess. Drazic, since he's come back into the team with Kral being injured, has actually been playing decently well. Varnsdorf with the corner, and thankfully that one's gone out for a goal kick. That didn't really look like my players knew what was going on, to be fair. The fact that we're still 0-0 after 20 minutes, not what I was expecting. Varnsdorf haven't had a shot on target yet. Half our shots have been off target. That was interesting. I don't know where Memberberry thought the players were, sending it the opposite side to where Chaldek was standing. But it's okay. We haven't conceded. Oh, Muller, big clearance, but unfortunately can only find a Varnsdorf player. Oh, that was totally accidental. Muller, to be fair, he did body check a player. So, guess it's going to be a penalty? Yeah. Okay. Holic, you've not done a huge amount this year. Please. Oh, he stops it, and then the Varnsdorf player is the first one to get there. Oh, it's like, if we give away another penalty from a penalty, I will be super annoyed. Holic with the penalty save. Salimi's playing a 7 as well. So actually, like, Muller at one point was playing quite well, and Drazic was playing quite well. That's not happening as much now. Panak, 6.5. Interesting to let you know, Serrano has signed a new contract. So I think it's an 18-month contract he has now. And Yarolim, their goalkeeper, just gets there before Chaldek. Oh no. Salimi with the challenge, but Holic makes the save from the attempt. Yarolim also signed a contract. He did have a £1.4 million release clause. Not anymore. Now it's 650,000, but it's only for continental clubs. So makes it so that not all the clubs in our league can try and sign him for 650,000 when his value is like 1.5 or something. It's a million something anyway. Serrano, with his effort, doesn't get an awful lot. Like it didn't really test the goalkeeper. We're going to get stuck in and prevent short goalkeeper distribution. So we've not really done a huge amount. I feel like we potentially need to work the ball into the box, because we're having an awful lot of wild efforts from outside the area. I'm going to point my finger and say, you're not doing great. Panak is not having a great game. I'll put Kuban on the bench again. Okay. Muller is quite happy. Serrano's quite happy. Makoko's not having an amazing game. So we're just going to swap Makoko and Memberberry around. And we're going to work the ball into the box just to see if that'll make any bit of a difference. Hopefully it does. Hopefully we can do something. Because as it is right now, not inspiring confidence. I think Memberberry is probably our best right winger. He's our best winger. Like, wide midfield player. Full stop. I'm just not 100% sure that he's as good on the right as he is on the left. Which is frustrating, but also kind of understandable. We might go 2 up top if we haven't scored. Varnsdorf, quite unlucky not to put the ball in the back of the net there, because it did not look like Hullech was going to do anything to stop that. It's all Varnsdorf. It is all Varnsdorf. We've not had a highlight where we've had the ball in this second half, and we are getting away with this. We're really playing like we've never played football before. I'm going to move Drazic over to play on the right. Oh no, you're right. You're actual right winger, aren't you? Okay. So inverted winger on both sides. Mokoko's going to come off, put him up top, and we're going to bring Stajnir on to be an advanced forward. Chaldek can be the pressing forward. And Panak is on the yellow card. We're going to take him off and bring on Svoda. Svoda is going to move over to play on as right back. Muller's going to come in and play, or move in to play as the centre back. And I'm going to demand more as soon as I can. Allow me to demand more. Okay, we have a throw. Barnes finds Drazic. Finds Barnes again. Charlie Barnes going to take a shot. He is, and the keeper does get a touch on it. Okay. Serrano with the corner finds nobody's. Voda couldn't get there, but unfortunately the highlight has ended. Demand more. Lads, you need to do something. Please. Can we do something? I was expecting this to be an absolute trouncing. It has not been. We are not playing well. This is frustrating. What do we have on the bench? Not a huge amount. Zach can come on for put Memberberry up front. Move Chaldek into the centre of the three. Memberberry could just be a trequartista, because we don't play with trequartistas very often. I'm going to make you an advanced playmaker. We'll put Serrano in the middle. Have you as a box to box on this side. Tischler can be in a Mazzella on attack, because that sounds like a good idea. And we're going to a 4-3-3. We are pushing for a win. Serrano gets across into keeper quite comfortably, gets a hold of it. Their goalkeeper must be an absolute monster. Svoda takes the ball down expertly, finds Memberberry, whips it across. Stajnir gets his, I think this is his first goal. It's first goal for Slaven. Yes. Oh, tactical genius. The last time I used a trequartista was managing Wigan last year in FM21 in my Journeyman when Cassidy was playing for us on loan from Watford. And he was a striker and he scored like 30 goals. And I was like, this is fantastic. Stajnir. Oh my god, I'm a tactical genius. I know 4-3-3 is a little bit of an overpowered tactic, but at the same time, I've used it a few times in FM22 and it's not worked out. So this was a calculated attempt. Stajner, has he just announced himself to the world? I think he has. Remember, Barry picks up the clearance. Chaldek checks his run again, and now he's way behind. Remember, Barry cuts in. Chaldek, oh, it was beautiful. Chaldek, he knew exactly what he was doing. His third goal in 2 games. Couldn't quite get the hat-trick in the last game, but we've come out of this one. Like, you look at this and you'll be like, do you know what? Easy game. It was anything but. Our strike force put in quite the game. 8.2s and 8.7. We've come out of this with the win. One of their centre-backs did not have a great second half. Went down to a 5.5. So that's not been great for him. Makoko and Panak, they were the problem. Makoko and Panak were the problem. Sent my assistant off to have a chat with the media. We are 1 point behind Slavia Prague. Stajnir. I think that's his 7th game for us. 6th? 5th game, 2nd goal. Every time he's played off the bench. Was a Milad Bolasev B team player last year, and they're my assistant manager saying that Stajner is great, because he is. It was fantastic. That is delightful. So the next episode we're going to be back for probably the end of the transfer window. We play Sigma Almalech twice in March. And Slavia Prague. And yeah, okay, so we're playing 3 teams in 4 games. Yeah, I sounded wrong in my head when I said it. We're off to do a little friendly tour in Ireland. Go on the Irish. Honda Rebels. We're not playing Cork City. So we're going to come back maybe during the transfer window or after it. We'll have to wait and see how busy we are, because if we're not that busy, then I might just pop an old episode in and bring you back for that. So if you did enjoy this episode, do make sure to leave a like, comment, subscribe, share with all of your friends, and I will see you in the next one.